I think we are live here.
We are.
Josh, hello and welcome back. We are talking to Josh from
I
Alternate Brewing. From you are in Melbourne, Melbourne,
no,
Australia, or
no, Queensland. So just
Queensland?
Brisbane. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. One of our friends, Shannon, is from your area as well. Okay, he
Yeah.
said
Wonderful.
not that far from your factory. Your,
Okay.
yeah. So that's wonderful. I mean, I heard that that's beautiful area as well. Lots,
Yeah.
nearby water and man.
Yeah. Always by the coast. I always live by the coast, which is like completely different from where you are, right?
Oh God, we are in deserts. Okay,
Right.
I mean, goodness, it's so dry. So right now is your winter time or fall time?
It's winter, but it's like 27 degrees all day. So
Oh
it's
man,
nice.
that's nice.
It's quite beautiful. Yeah.
I
27
mean,
degrees Celsius.
Celsius exactly. I think we are. It's still somewhat middle of the summer, pushing like 40 Celsius. I mean,
I
that's
heard I was I've been watching some of your videos like where you were like, I'm getting out of where I live and just
oh
going on holidays to elevation, right?
oh yes, way
Yeah.
too hot. By the way, so we are talking to Josh from Alternate Brewing, and we're gonna start with Commandante C60. Okay,
Hmm.
and so I know you just got that one. So can you compare with the C40 next to each other?
Yeah. That's the C40. This is the most recent
Yep,
MK4.
yep.
And that's so we're talking like 40 mil, well, 39 mil
Okay,
burrs versus 60. But I think the way they explain it is that the cone burr has increased in size, but like the outer burr has increased in size, but the inner burr hasn't. So, uh, you know, however you take it, it is a much larger burr set, which I can show you now. But otherwise, in terms of the actual body of the grinder, pretty much everything else is to scale to a
is that
regular Comandante.
is
Yeah.
that pretty much the same size then? It doesn't
Oh
look
yeah,
bigger.
absolutely. Like side by
Yeah.
side, the thickness of the body,
Oh
like
wow,
it's identical. Yeah.
identical. I thought it's gonna
The
be
height.
bigger. Yeah.
This is way heavier. So this is full metal construction. You can see
Okay.
inside there. You've got these Triton plastic supports, and there's
Okay.
two lots of them. Whereas on the C60, there's just like one right down the bottom, and it's all metal. Is that showing up okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yep. Wow. Oh wow, I see that.
Yeah, it's quite heavy,
Oh
quite
goodness.
full on construction.
Yes, the birds are much bigger, aren't they? The top birds.
Oh, huge. Yeah,
Huge.
absolutely. The other thing that's like most notable, I guess, by default, is the handles. The cranks.
Oh yes. Yep.
Cranks are. It's the extended
Longer.
one. Like you
Yep.
can get these. You can get these already for the C40, but now it just comes default with the C60.
Okay.
Everything else out of the box is the same. Uh, that's probably the other biggest difference.
Oh.
So it's like rather than the 3-spoke grind change, it's like a full
Yep.
metal, circle.
So how do you change the grind setting?
Same way, but you're just clicking it by turning.
Oh, no
Like this.
kidding.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
And it feels like the same sort of clicks as well. I don't see, or I haven't counted them out yet. I'm not ready up to doing a video on this yet, but
No, no worries.
I'm pretty sure otherwise, honestly, I think it's pretty well the similar clicks. Now, I've been brewing with it a whole bunch though. It has a different flavor profile. And I'm happy to talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's the one. So we are talking about let's say 40 millimeter to go up to 60 millimeter the conical birds. So obviously they redesigned the birds, right?
Yeah, I was lucky enough. We just had the Melbourne International Coffee Expo
Yep.
last week, and I was lucky enough to talk to someone from Commandante who were there, and they were saying, yeah, it's not as easy as just upscaling the nitro burr in the
That's right.
C40s.
Yep.
So they had to redesign the burr design altogether. And there's a lot more surface area, so a lot more cutting teeth, a lot more surface area to cut the burrs, to cut coffee beans, and what you notice is straight away how quick this grinder is to get through a dose.
And then wow, that is a pretty large.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Yeah, I'll take the other one out just to compare, but
Oh man, that is a legit right. That the 60 millimeter on hand grinder. That's pretty
that's a
impressive.
that's a heavy burst set.
Wow.
It's sweeter and a little cleaner, a little bit more clarity to
Okay.
the C60 than I would always put the Comandante C40 in. Like it's quite well balanced, but it definitely kind of lends itself to a little bit more chocolatey,
Yep.
full-bodied flavors. They're still round and juicy, but just more on that heavier side, not bright and clean. Whereas the C60 is kind of bringing it back into the middle a little bit more. So a little bit more fruitiness, a little bit more sweetness involved.
And there's a
Yeah,
lot more uniform grind size though, right?
I believe so. That would, yeah, I would attribute what I'm
Yep.
tasting to something like that. I would say, yeah.
Exactly. More, obviously more cutting surface,
Yeah.
which makes it less fine.
There are still a couple of nuances that I would say are very Comandante-esque.
Yep.
Like dialing in an espresso, you can put the red clicks on this, but it's still like without the red clicks, you're still trying to find that right grind setting.
Okay, so how long take you to grind, let's say 20 gram on C60?
I haven't timed it, but it is very quick. It's
Lot
very
faster,
quick.
yeah, exactly. A lot faster, right?
Oh, a lot faster. Yeah, probably. I would almost say twice as fast.
Twice. Okay, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So because as you know, with using the C40 on espresso, it takes forever.
Yes, but you don't even notice it. I would say on the C60, it is more like one of the better easy presso grinders in how quick it is to, like a J Max or something, and how quick it is to grind espresso.
So let me ask you. So when you talk to the people from Comandante, so what is their thoughts on bringing out their new grinder?
I never asked that.
Oh, you never asked me that question. Okay.
No, but I will. Here's my own opinion. I wasn't a big fan of the X25.
Okay.
I personally didn't feel like it was like the next best thing that Comandante could have brought out. But perhaps it's just our market as well. It just didn't. I did feel like it didn't pick up. But I feel like the C60 is that thing we've all been waiting for.
I know, because that is kind of like the next best thing, right? Because everybody they're pushing the boundary. Okay.
Yes.
They're pushing. As we talk about that's a 60 millimeter. I know you guys carry Petro, the grinder. Right. That's the 58 millimeter flat burr.
Yeah. Yeah.
So awesome. These hand grinders are getting larger and larger. So I don't know what's next. By the way, so if you're joining us, Josh is showing us the C40 versus C60 on Comandante. Wow, that is a huge difference.
It's a step up, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. Wow. That is like electric grinder, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that feels and looks like something out of a Matza grinder or something like that.
Even like niche zero, that's 63 millimeter conical for Mazda.
It's not far off. It's not far off it.
No, that's right there. That's close enough.
Yeah.
So what is the overall experience so far? I know you used it for a short time on C60. Are you enjoying it so far? Or?
Yeah, I'm impressed by it. Yeah, I'm impressed by the build quality, the speed, the flavor.
Yeah.
It seems like it's not just bringing out, the same Commandante, but a whole new experience with Commandante.
I know. Is your website or alternate brewing? You guys will also carry the Easy Presso product as well, the grinder.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've got most of the range except we've already mentioned the ZP6, which is something we would love to carry. There's a lot of there's a lot of interest around it for sure.
Sure. I know you guys, which means K Plus, K Ultra, you guys carry that on your website.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good to know. So have you ever done comparison yet? Are you planning on comparison with, like, let's say K Plus versus C60 down the road, down the pike?
Yeah, I'm a little exhausted from doing grinder comparisons. It feels, but I think if I see it necessary, if people are, I guess, calling for it, then I'll do it. Yeah, yeah.
So what is your next video coming out on your channel?
I'm not ever sure of the very next video I've got coming out, but I do have like a whole bunch of grinders behind
Yeah.
me that are kind of due and ready to go. I've had the niche duo, which is just
Okay.
off to my right there,
Yeah.
for a while. I've got the Varia Generation 2 that's just
That's
come
right.
out,
Yeah.
which I'm loving. I've always loved the Varia VS3, so I'm
Mhm.
really happy to see that. And then actually, I've got the P64, and I was kind of ready to make the video, and then I met the owner of Option O down in
Okay.
Melbourne,
Oh,
and yeah, and he let me know about the P64. They've kind of gone through a whole bunch of different variations in
yes.
their Meisenbers,
Yep.
and also their grinds catches and everything. So he's kind of just trying to keep me updated on and everything. And I only just received these yesterday. They're different Meisenbers to the standard ones that I had.
Wait, hold on. So the Meisenberg, say the two Meisenbergs out there.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
well, yeah. These are real fresh. These are like now kind of stock standard, but they're only have been shipping recently. And the ones in my left hand are probably what most people have. So these are pretty fresh, and I can kind of see what. Let me just clean up in front of me here.
yeah.
I can kind of see what they're going for. Obviously, the Meisen has always been the cast steel. I would say
Okay.
kind of a cast steel replicate. If you have a look at the geometry there,
Okay.
they've got like those big tumblers kind of leading out into the teeth.
Yep.
Um, and on my
Ah.
this side here has been the standard, but he
Yep.
was just talking to me about the finish. You can see how it's real
Oh, wow.
shiny, whereas
Okay.
the finish is a little bit more textural. Yeah,
Man, I see it. Wow. So they revised the Meisenbergs again.
yeah. And I haven't put these in the machine yet to just have them side by side and test them, but yeah, I'm keen to. And this will go into my review as opposed to these ones, just to keep it as fresh and as updated as possible.
And so, Josh, are you exhausted with grinders lately?
Uh, yeah, well, just comparisons, I guess. I'm really keen to kind of get my hands on one by ones and
Yep.
try them, but to then just kind of compare them. I've already chosen my grinder, like, do you know what I mean? But if people, I guess, request a comparison enough, then I'll consider it's worthy to do, basically. Yeah.
I know because I mean, as you know, there's so many different grinders. Not only that, as you know, a lot of different types of burrs, right?
Hmm.
You know, even like optional, we got the Meissen burr. They update their Meissen burr as well. So not only they have what HU MP Meissen
Hmm.
burr version 2. Goodness, what's next?
I know. It's a little while.
You know,
There's a few other grinders that I've kind of caught wind of uh, that are coming out soon. Obviously, there's a little bit around the RPM variation. You can get that
yep,
with the P64.
yep.
Uh, I've heard of larger than 98 up to 120 mil grinders coming out. And I caught wind of a flat burr conical burr grinder coming out. So like you can swap rather than swapping out two flat burr variations like the duo, this will
Yep.
be like a flat burr conical variation,
And
which
so when you talk to people at Optional, did they mention about? I know they've been kind of like teasing us, uh, showing us a new grinder coming out, the larger than 98. Is that rumor or is that true?
I would expect it from them. I would expect it from them, absolutely. I mean, and it seems like they have the capabilities of
Yeah.
upscaling and
Yeah.
adjusting to the market quickly. So yeah, I would not be surprised at all. But
Uh,
I haven't heard that firsthand at all.
I mean, did they? So is the Optional did a showcase on it? They have a booth at the Melbourne coffee shop.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
But I was in contact with Sam, the owner, and yeah,
Okay.
we bumped paths and chatted for a bit. So it was actually really nice to speak to him. We've carried Option O hand grinders for a long, long time, years. but we've only just taken on the Legume electric grinders.
Yep.
So yeah, it was nice to just finally meet Sam in person.
Oh wow, that's I mean because I know you talk with a lot of meet with a lot of movers and shakers in coffee community, and
Yeah.
so is there any Okay, so I know you play with the Pietro. Is that Pietro or Piatra?
Mm. Oh dear. Tomatoes.
Okay, okay, so we
I
go with
know
the
what you.
Pietro.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so did you get to play with that grinder a lot much or?
Yeah, unfortunately though, it was like a really early shipment, and
Okay.
so when I received it, I didn't receive both burrs,
Ah, gotcha.
and so I kind of was just I went with the one that I had, and then obviously since then, are they shipping with both burrs? You have both burrs?
No, so no, you have to buy separately. So I have the Pro version. Okay, Pro
Yes.
is made for filter coffee, and also you can do espresso as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so think this one has kind of like MP burst. You know what I mean? Very
Right.
uniform. And I know. So do you have the Pro burrs or do you have the B burrs?
Uh, I believe in retrospect it was the Pro burrs.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a very clear cup, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so that's the one I've been using it. I was pretty impressed with it. Little
Yeah. That was
awkward.
my experience as well.
Yep,
Clean, clear. Yeah.
yep. And the little awkward to use
Yeah.
overall. You gotta just
Unfortunately.
hold it down. But I mean, I'm getting, I mean, I like it. Okay, so far I really enjoying the cut from it.
Uh-huh.
Comes to hand grinder, it's not practical to go out camping with it,
Right.
but not like Commandante, right? Commandante or any other
Oh, it's
grinders out
beautiful.
there. Easy presser.
When you what you just said then, it kind of it makes sense, doesn't it? Like if the cup, if the end of the day, if the cup flavor is worth it, then yeah, I'm gonna fall in love with whatever it takes to make that coffee again. Yeah.
But I
So
mean, here's the thing about the, I know you are in the industry, but I mean, some point, I mean, is when is enough, right? When is
Mhm.
enough to because we are talking about one grinder to high end grinder, the incremental improvement on the tasting is such. I don't want to say huge, very small
Mhm.
incremental, improvements. And I don't know, it's very hard, especially nowadays. Everything's so expensive,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's kind of like hard to convey that to my viewers and obviously your buyers out there.
For
And
sure.
then, I mean, whenever you make a video, what do you trying to accomplish?
Just to show the product. Honestly, I
Okay.
feel like I think I've said this a few times.
Yep.
I try to be a little bit of a journalist. Do you know? Like I
Okay.
just show it
Sure.
how it is.
Yep.
Uh, I'm not going to focus on its cons, and I'm really
Yep.
not trying to focus on its pros, but just how to use it
How to use it?
and
Yep.
how to use it and how to get the best out of it, really,
Yep.
without breaking it. And that's always my approach. Like when I take something out of the box, people will see like people see me take things out of the box, and I'm kind of like knocking it around, like
Yep.
being real rough with it, just to see where it's fault, like where it's going to come loose, basically.
So obviously you've been making a lot of grinder videos, but you've been making any
Mm.
coffee machine videos lately, or what is
I
that
got
one?
this, the Paragon Nucleus. I think
Oh
this
yeah,
is a
let's talk about that one because I'm very curious about the Paragon.
it's a beautiful box set. Now you'll see there are some missing because I've actually taken some home and I'm using them at home. But what you get in this box, and I think they've done this really well. They have four of these
Yeah. Yep.
balls
Yep.
that you
Yep.
put into the freezer,
Yep.
and then they have two of these.
Yep.
And I'll just quickly, I've got the uh, oops, I got the filter one here behind me as well, and the size difference.
Wait, filter and espresso, they have different sizes?
Yeah, so
Huh.
so you either kind of use the filter set, the Nucleus filter, or the
Okay.
espresso set. But these are cool. I think they got this right. Uh, you place that over your cup when you pour your espresso.
Yep.
And you can also, if it's not that way, if you have a little bit more room, you can flip it around and pour it up that way. Oh,
hey.
That's right too.
Yeah,
or you can sit it up and pour it up that way.
So how's the cup from it? Can you tell the difference, Josh?
Yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I don't know if I'm about to like do it. I'm just gonna keep it in there.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm about to do it every day, but I've done it for the last 4 or 5 days since I brought it home. And then I guess what I'll plan to do is kind of acclimatize to drinking it with it, and then taking it away and seeing if I'm noticing a difference. The first couple of cups I've done, though, I feel like I'm getting more out of my coffee, just a fruitier note kind of carrying through a little bit longer in my espresso.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, you think that's the fad or that's here to stay? What do you think? I know you've seen a lot of gears before in the past.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that's going to come and go. I think it's going to stick around. I think it's going to be something that we might forget about, and then someone will bring it back out. And we'll be like, "Oh, that's right." And then,
that's right. Yeah.
We'll and you discover different coffees, and you'll try them different ways. And this is just one of those things you can do to, I guess, try the coffee a different way.
Sure. And so in your, kind of look back. I know you've been making videos for a while. When you're looking back, is there a gear or item that you are very excited about it, right? And then after some month or year go by, it was kind of like so-so. Is there any kind of equipment like that? Any gear? Or any kind of fad, trend? Looking at the trend.
Nothing kind of jumps out at me.
Okay, I mean, for example, lately, high yield gaskets. Okay.
Right. I have no experience on them yet. Yeah.
Okay. So high extraction baskets, or using puck paper. All right, those kind of fat.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm just thinking, what's in my top shelf at home now? Yeah, espresso paper filters. Now, I just don't find that I can put that into my workflow right now.
Okay.
But I've done it a bunch of times. But I also find it definitely cleans my espresso up a bit too much.
Too much. Okay. So you want something a little bit more, has more body to it.
Exactly.
More texture. So I mean, what kind of coffee? Yeah. What kind of coffee have you been drinking? More for like chocolate notes?
No, I'm definitely chasing those bright, fruitier notes. Okay. Yeah.
So which grinder are you even using it with at home?
Because that's the thing. Like, I've got so many grinders to go through. I kind of just keep it fresh.
Okay, keep it fresh. Okay.
Yeah, I've got the Varia VS3 Gen 2 at home at the moment, just taking it through its paces. But I've had the Duo, I've had the P64s, but I'm about to take the P64 at home again to try those new burrs. Oh, geez, but I don't know. I just had the Opus. Actually, I think last time we spoke, I didn't have the Opus, but now I've had experience with that. That's been a great grinder. I think that's a lot of value in that grinder for how much it is.
Yeah, for $200. And are you planning on going to carry the updated version as well?
Of the Opus, I haven't. No, tell me about that.
Okay, so Opus just came out with the new verse sets for brewing. Okay. And then
not for espresso.
Yeah. Yep. That just came out recently. Okay, with DLC cut burst. Okay, DLC. That's the diamond cut like. So.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, we'll get into it. I'm sure we'll have some for sure. I'd like to get my hold on. Have you got some?
No. Okay. And I think I'm gonna reach out to them, or hopefully shortly, and they're gonna send me a set. But we'll see. Again, for the value, fellow Opus is, as just fantastic value. That's what, $199.
Yeah. And now to know that you've also got an additional burst set to go with, again, that's additional value for not much value
as well. So that's the thing about the entry level grinders, right? We got the entry level grinders for between $200 to $300 range. The range there is a Varia VS3 what, $350, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, it is a little bit more. It's that, I would call it mid-range, although it's probably still an affordable espresso grinder.
Correct. And then obviously we got the niche and up. That's somewhat, mid to high. P64, obviously that's the higher range. So is the P64, that's the one you guys care, that's the highest model you guys have at the Alternative Brewing?
Yeah, I guess it would be. Let me check. Hang on one
Yeah.
second. I got it up here in front of me. I will say, yeah, I haven't had like Cafe Works or any of those
Mhm.
grinders before. The P64 is the most expensive grinder, home grinder I've ever had access
Okay.
to. And I will say, when I got it out of the box and started using it, it kind of clicked for me. I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
works. It's
Yeah.
clean. There's like zero retention from the get-go. Uh, like it doesn't really kind of like take up any retention on the inside all
I know.
that much. Yeah, there's just things about it that you're like, okay, I can see where the money's going.
Yep. So what people are buying from Alternative Brewing is it comes with Versa cup or regular cup?
It currently comes with the new cup. Yeah,
The
it comes with
Versa
the
cup.
brand new cup. Yeah,
Okay.
which
I
I'm
know.
a fan of. I know Lance said he wasn't. He preferred the Weber, but I don't
Yep.
have any experience with that. So I'm a fan of the new cup.
I know because I know a lot of people out there doesn't like this Versa cup, but
How come?
I mean I like it personally. I
Yeah, me
like it.
too.
Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, again, the P64 obviously that's a different level of grinder,
Right.
and it's close to $2,000. I mean, it is a lot of money. So,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then the P100. I mean, I don't know what to make of that.
but you guys carry P100 as well,
We do, yeah.
man. So when you get to test that one,
If I do a good job on the P64s, maybe I'll get the P100. I don't
oh
know.
no kidding, goodness,
Yeah, I'm not
man,
too sure.
Josh. Is there something you're looking forward to reviewing next few months or?
Yeah, but I mean, like all of these grinders, I guess I get to revisit them, right?
Okay, yep.
When I'm doing the review, when I'm writing the material, and I'm looking on how to explain and how to get best out of it.
Yep.
Like honestly, all of these grinders, I'm looking forward to doing reviews of. Uh, the Oh yeah, well, there's the Keiko Pico Presso, which we've spoken about before.
Yeah, people press. Oh man, that is a legit. Okay, I've been using when I was up in Flagstaff. I
Uh-huh.
use up in the lake there. Yeah, that makes awesome espresso.
And they're about to bring out the pressure gauge.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna just screw on underneath or
Okay.
between the basket, and I think, and they've just brought out the what is it, the brewing stand as well. So it's kind of going to turn into almost like a bench espresso maker, kind of like a flare or a robot.
Yes.
Yeah, with those two things, like with the stand and the pressure gauge, which will be really interesting.
Man, I mean that is very interesting. The
Yeah,
direction they want to go because there's a ton of those out there too, right?
right, right. They're really accessible for an espresso maker, like you
Exactly.
said. The quality of the espresso
Yep.
that they make
That's
and the
really good.
size that they come in.
Oh, you
I'm
guys
kind of
carry?
looking forward to that.
Yeah, you guys carry Flare at your website?
We do, yeah. Yeah, we've
Man,
had Flair for a long time.
Flare 58.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, so you guys pretty much carry everything, aren't they?
we do. Yeah, absolutely.
But you guys
Yeah, I've got it.
usually service what? I mean like Australia or Europe, right? Not US, correct?
Australia and New Zealand
New
mainly.
Zealand. Okay.
Yeah, and we do get overseas orders. Yeah, we do get some overseas orders, but it's certainly not a large percentage.
I know because the shipping is just tremendous to ship it
Right,
out.
out of Australia, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's if you guys can figure it out, shipping. I bet you guys going to open up a huge market, you know.
Well, something you mentioned in one of your live streams the other day was that you can't get Passato in the US, which surprised me.
No, actually, no. So I've been talking to Posada, and
Uh-huh.
so now if they spend more than $50, free shipping to US.
Yeah, wicked. That's cool. Oh, that's pretty easy to do with Passato.
Oh my goodness! I mean, the cheapest
Yeah.
they have is what even their filter basket costs you $60, $60,
Right.
$70 anyway. So yeah. So I don't
That's
know
good
how
news.
they're doing it. for free shipping over 50 because I bought a basket from Posada a couple of months ago.
Which
Just a
one?
basket,
Or just a regular basket? Yeah.
regular basket. I think I pay $80. Okay, and then with the shipping on it, and then close to 100.
Yeah, that's a lot for a basket. Yeah.
I know, but again, now people are buying right now. Anything over 50. I mean, free shipping. I don't know how they do it though. I mean, goodness.
Can we
So
revisit? You've had obviously experience now with the. I haven't watched the video, but the high flows, high
yes,
extractions.
yep. The
You've
funny
got
thing
the.
is, if you have a high extraction basket, right? But if you're gonna compare that to regular basket with the paper on the bottom, one paper, and you can actually increase the flow rate on the one paper. So
Okay.
you are going to match the high extraction basket. Somewhat close.
Right. Gotcha. With a
The
regular basket, like a regular VST or
Yep,
IMS. Yeah.
IMS correct. And
Okay. Perfect.
I did this morning. I did a test on it. So IMS basket with one paper is about like let's say 24 seconds. Okay, to bring out like let's say 50 gram, but with high extraction baskets is about 22 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. So it's
Same
very
grind
close.
and everything, right? Yeah.
Everything's the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
So but again, it's only one test.
Interesting.
But yeah, so if you don't want to spend too much money on baskets, your option is get yourself IMS basket with just the one paper on the bottom.
Paper filter.
Yep. So I mean, it does work. Okay, it does work. But again, those baskets are out of control. I don't know. You saw from S Work,
Are they
it's
just
$200 for the baskets.
right? I can see on your YouTube you've got the
Yep.
Wavebo, the Passado, and the
Yep.
Weber.
Yep. The Weber makes the uni baskets.
Yeah. Right.
Man, there's so much stuff out there. I mean, that's why. I mean,
Yeah.
I cannot keep track of it. So,
Right.
by the way, so when you guys, how you guys determine the product that I think we should carry on your website?
A bunch of reasons: supply and demand.
Okay.
Yeah. Requests, availability, margins, all of that. I guess access. Yeah.
Do you have any input on that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you have input. Okay.
I mean, I guess I've got the closest connection with the industry within the team, and I'm always kind of, like you said, talking to people, and I'm on Instagram and Facebook, so I'm following trends, watching products that come out, and certainly if I see something that I feel is, is going to blow up and people will want it, then I kind of go to the team and be like, hey, what about this? What about this?
Hey, by the way, I just learned that, right? I just learned a couple of days ago. The Brista Daily, their Instagram page, is
That's us.
Yeah, that's you guys, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Alternate.
Oh, okay.
Is that something? I mean, how long you guys been doing it? I mean, who started?
Yeah, that's interesting, that isn't it? It was the owners of Alternative Brewing, but yeah, it goes way back to like 2012. It's like one of those earlier coffee pages. Yeah.
So how that thing work? Just people send you the clip and you guys post it?
Yeah, sure. We're always looking for, I guess, viral content. We want the viral content, stuff that people want to see. But yeah, I mean, like social media is such an evolving and growing and always changing kind of thing. Whether it's the algorithm or the viewers, it's interesting. Even in my time of being on Instagram since like 2019 with this company, how much it's changed.
So you guys have a team of people manage that page, or just kind of let it run?
No, we definitely don't let it run. We're on top of it daily. We're on top of it daily because we get a lot of messages and so forth. But yeah, there's a small team of us, one or two.
Wow, that's I mean, just like you, right? You are the only one-man show for the making videos.
Right, for YouTube, yeah.
Yep. I mean, you do a lot. So you do the script.
But so are you.
I mean, mine's easy, Josh. I mean, I don't do much. Come on,
You just turn the camera on and
turn the
yeah,
camera
I
on.
love
That's
that.
it. Hey, let's. I mean, like, I mean, I come
I
up
want to
with
talk.
ideas.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't. Okay, some people, right? I don't know about you had experience, but what about trying to set up a, let's say live setup like this session? Some other people they actually plan it. Okay,
Okay.
plan what to say. Just make sure everything is perfect.
Mhm.
I mean, I cannot do that. For me, it's like I like being spontaneous.
For sure. Yeah, yeah.
Because
I'm expecting that when I'm talking to you.
it,
Absolutely.
so because I don't know what to say. Because it just kind of like come naturally, right? Talk about
Mhm.
grinders and talk about stuff. But whenever you talk, I know last time we talked as well. But whenever you talk about products, you actually have script, correct? Some kind of script that just follow the bullet points.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when I'm making reviews,
Yep.
yeah, I do. Yeah, because it's just more so I want to stick to a format that when you watch the video, you know what to expect. If you've watched multiple videos, then you kind of know, I guess, my timing and what I'm going to speak about next and so forth. So it's just kind of been it's come out of that.
You know what? But the thing is, I mean, I love your videos
Thanks,
because
man.
I mean, the thing about that is you show me how to use, how to calibrate, right? And
Right.
also how to dismantle. So, very precise. You do not waste any words. I mean, I like that. You
It's
know what I
true.
mean? Just
Yeah. Yeah.
just precise. You know what? If I need something, okay, I know Josh has that video. I just
Right.
go there and trying to calibrate it. I mean that's talent. Okay.
That's the feedback I get too, and I appreciate that. Yeah, everyone says that it's very straightforward information. Yeah,
It is. I mean that I think that's what YouTube is known for. You
right.
know. To go over there, learn something new. But
And what
it's
about
like
you?
go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, what about you, Hoon? Because I like when you said when you come up with ideas, is it kind of just what's coming out or what you're doing in your daily life, and you're just like, I think this might be worthy to share, and is that kind of like then you go live and share it?
Pretty much it. I mean, like this
Yeah.
morning, right? I mean, this morning I was talking, I mean, because I don't know what to talk about, and then because I do have Pasado high ear baskets, I have in my position.
Yeah.
So, and then because I know they got a few other things out there, like S work, Sheldon's
Yeah.
makes one, and also uni baskets. We talk about that. And I simply open up their page, flip the camera, show their
That's
design,
wicked.
okay, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, which is
show
great.
mine. So it looks somewhat very similar. Okay,
Oh,
so let's
good.
assume Unifilter and Pasado about the same. Okay, same quality. You can educate a guess. All right,
Yeah.
and then we just talk about that as well, and just make because the thing is, coffee changes every single day. You
Yeah,
know,
it does. You're right.
coffee. If I had the exact same setting,
Mhm.
if I try yesterday's coffee versus today's, we have a different taste.
Right,
So
out of the bag, the beans are actually getting staler or they're an
exactly,
organic
yeah,
material. Yeah.
correct. So these are all changes. So I mean, that's what like you. Do you make more than one videos? Let's say if you are reviewing Varia VS3,
Mhm.
and then do you make another kind of like revisit that grinder like week later, 2 weeks later?
I want to do something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I haven't. I know a lot of people have kind of done the
Yep.
niche zero after a year or the
Yep.
niche zero after 2 years and so forth. Uh, I haven't really because I guess I don't stick with it with a product for that long. Like I'm always kind of approaching the reviews, like the first thing people want to know
Yep.
about, and then I never kind of get back. But I do certainly watch them to know whether or not it. I guess, yeah, like my review has kind of stuck with the
Yep.
information that's out there, or whether I missed something or it hasn't kind of. Because I hope to make videos that will be the same video in 20 years, as opposed to making one that's current and following a trend.
Sure. I mean, for like my style is, I don't do only one reviews. Okay. If
Right.
if I'm gonna review the niche, I do about like 10 different times.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Okay, 10, 15, 20 different times because it changes. Because what I
Yes.
learned today, it's not the same as like months from now, 2 months from now. Kind of evolve. I find something new. But so here's the flip side, right? I mean, for you, you actually study, play with it, study for weeks at a time. You know,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
you found little bits and pieces of it. For me, is I learned from doing my live streaming.
yeah.
So we are
Oh,
doing the
right. Okay.
exact, we are doing the exactly same thing, right?
Yeah.
Instead, you are behind the camera.
Hmm.
For me, I'm front of the camera.
I follow. That's cool.
So so for what your one video is equivalent to, let's say, 20 of my videos.
Yes. Yeah.
That's it. So again, so coming the content for me is somewhat easier because I
Yeah.
don't have any kind of standard there. Very free, willing, freestyle.
And you're not doubling up on coffee of the day. Like, I've
Exactly.
already
Yep.
had.
Yep. And and exactly. So that's why I don't have to drink a lot of coffee either. For
Mhm,
me, I mean, just I play with it one day. Okay, I'm gonna have a mental notes,
mhm.
and I'm gonna revisit that in a couple of days later. Okay, so this is what I learned today.
I
Okay,
dig that.
and but same time, the engagement is not like yours, right? I mean, if you post a video, tens and thousands of people watch your video. Okay,
They know it's only the one that you're going to see of me doing that.
exactly.
Got
Only
it.
there. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, a couple thousand people see that one grinder,
Hmm.
but if I'm going to do 10 times or 20 times, it's become 20,000, 30,000.
Yeah.
So
I I kind of like that organic reach though. Obviously, you've got like dedicated followers of your channel.
I,
Obviously, yeah.
I mean, like right now, we got Friday afternoon. Okay, we got 35
Hmm.
people watching right now. You and I talking about coffee. Okay,
Genuine.
I mean, it's genuine coffee. I mean, my viewers. I mean, these people here. I mean, they are the one truly, in the trench, right? In the
Okay.
trench about talking about coffee. By the way, if you are just joining us, we are talking to Josh from Alternative Brewing and from Australia. Uh, Make sure to check out the Josh's channel. Okay, Josh, have you ever thought about branch out, kind of like having your own channel along with Alternative Brewing?
Yeah, yeah, I have. Yeah, absolutely. I've thought about doing something that's a little bit more like what you do, I guess, Hoon, just kind of more off the cuff
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah,
daily brewing as
yeah.
opposed to set. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
wanted to do something like
yeah,
that.
you got your how to brew cover. Okay,
Hmm.
you have all the instruction video covered, but you have a very nice presence as well. So I mean, I bet you a lot of people wants to see that more of you out there.
Right.
For sure.
For sure.
I mean, thing is, the reality is there's no lot of coffee content creators out there. It's very rare.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
we have. I mean, who's we got James Hoffman. Obviously, he's the top of the mountain.
Oh wow. Yeah, his level of production is like HBO now. It's gone.
I mean, he's far gone. Okay, he's
Yeah.
far gone. And then after that, we
And
have
congratulations to him.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, and then now we have people like us to make this content that
Mhm.
people may care, may not care. But
I look to help people. Honestly, I'm not
yeah,
looking to entertain it at all. Like, and I think that's the feedback I get as well. Like, my content can be boring for someone who's not interested in coffee, but if you're interested in something,
oh
then you're
man,
going to be watching. Yeah.
man, your content is so. I mean, so if I want to learn something about grinders, because I know you do a lot of
Right.
hand grinders and grinders. I mean, yeah, you give you that, not a no nonsense, step by step, boom, boom, boom. I mean,
Hmm.
I really like that a lot. I really like that a lot. And then, look like we have someone from Australia as well, Mrs. Collins from Australia.
Hi
Yeah,
there. How you doing? Good morning.
yeah. So
Which
yeah,
part of
it is.
Australia are they from?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. So let's see here. I don't know where she's from, but I know our friend Shannon from Queensland. Queensland, right?
Shout out. Yeah,
Yeah,
Queensland. Yeah. So
yeah,
Brisbane, which is like southeast. It's
yep.
kind of basically down the smack bang in the middle of the East Coast, just about.
And so, I mean, I heard that your area got so big, has a huge growth last couple of years.
Mhm. Yeah, we're expecting the Olympics in 2032. So that's just kind of putting
Oh
it on the
wow,
world scale, I guess. Yeah.
man, it's gonna be interesting.
Hmm.
Well, then she's from Western Australia.
Right. I figured
category.
that when she said good morning, I'm like, it's a little bit. She's just waking up, but Western Australia's like 2 hours behind.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't realize how big your country was. Okay, when I was talking to Shannon the other day, huge.
Hey, Hoon, I've got a question for you
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
this was something I've never experienced, and I'm curious. I didn't realize that P64 burrs were magnetized, and I'm curious what like. Do you think it changes something like when they're spinning, like the the magnetism, the force field, I guess, the field around that when they're spinning? I was really curious to find that when out of the box, they're kind of sticking together. Never experienced that with any other birds.
Wait a minute. Not the okay. So I have the old Meisenbergs.
Okay.
Okay. The first version, and you're saying the new ones are magnetized.
Oh, I can completely feel the magnet. Like,
Wow.
unfortunately, it's not going to show it, but
Yeah.
they're definitely sticking together.
Okay. So right now I have an SSP here. Okay.
Okay.
I have an SSP birds. Definitely
Yeah.
not. Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Wow, that's bizarre. Because not
Yeah.
the old one, not the first version, first Meisenberg. So that's
So,
you have the latest one you got.
well, I've got the whatever these ones were. These are the most updated ones, I guess, and then these ones I literally got in the mail like yesterday. So,
Wow.
um, but I was
Man.
just I don't think the HU are magnetized, but if they are, then they might be getting it actually out of the grinder because I know the grinder has a lot of magnets in it. I have to
Wow.
check.
And we have a Dogman 22 say they changes nothing.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, actually, Dogman is one of our resident coffee grinder experts. So, and yeah.
Perfect. I appreciate that. I was just like, yeah, I was so interested in whether or not I was like, does this change anything or not?
But I mean, that is interesting though, because because I mean, all the birds I've been using, it's not magnetized.
No. And it's creating a field, obviously, the whole time it's
Yeah.
spinning, but
Huh. And then Dogman say is easier to install. I don't know.
yeah, they're like, I've heard a couple of people say that they don't fall out as easy, but I haven't had that experience. But I'm also taking them out cold. I'm not taking them out hot.
Sure. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, goodness, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to hear about your thoughts on the new birds you're going to put it in. So
Yeah, thankfully, I've got two P64s, so I'm going to be able to have them side by side and taste them in that way. So that'll be good. That'll be good. Looking
so
forward
I
to that.
mean, so you're gonna talk about that on one of your video about the two birds, or just no?
Well, I don't know if I should just like. Here's my thoughts. Like, I don't even know if I should just consider talking about the old Meisenbergs now that there's a new Meisenberg.
That's right.
Yeah, I just feel like, just keeping it fresh as opposed to talking about
Yep.
similar to like the Generation 1 Varia versus the Generation 2. If you've already got a Gen 1, like, great. You should still love
Yep.
that grinder. But for anybody looking to buy a new Varia grinder, then I'll talk about the Gen 2 as if you've just bought it, as opposed to comparing the two and telling you what you're missing out on.
And do you have any question about the longevity of the Varia VS3?
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
like, if I look at I hear about people talking about the Breville Smart Grinder Pro.
Yep.
Some say it works, and other like for 6 or so years, and others say it breaks down after 24 months. And if I compare that to the Varia VS3, I can't see the Varia being any different or worse than that, at least.
And because they got so many grinders coming out, a lot of new companies, and again, it's not like these companies are not proven,
Right.
So because it's really good right now, but that doesn't mean it's gonna stay good for the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Yeah,
I'm very curious about that as well. Okay.
Well, I think the Gen 2 Varia, for example, there's definitely a lot of good changes to it to ensure all of what you just spoke about longevity-wise. They've put a bigger motor in it. It only slightly turns faster, where it was 170, now it's 190 RPMs. Everything's a lot more full metal construction, so hopefully that will increase their longevity, no doubt. I think they had plastic gear
Okay.
plastic gears in the
Yep.
motor, and now it's full metal.
Full metal. Okay. By the way, so what is your morning coffee routine like at home?
First thing in the morning, have a banana before your coffee. That's what
Okay.
I have every morning. I read
Okay.
it somewhere, but it's my body telling me to do it.
Okay.
Then if my partner's up, I'll make her a coffee first.
Okay.
She has a flat white.
Okay.
I'm single dosing. I'm WDTing.
Yeah.
I'm distributing and tamping. I'm weighing in, weighing out. And then while that's happening, I'm also boiling the jug for my long black. So I'll
Okay.
basically make this. Sometimes I have different coffees. I'll make her a kind of like a blend. I guess I'll use a blend. And then I'll have already dialed in my single origin. So then same grinder, but single dosing in my single origin coffee, long black, Americano. And that's kind of it. And then when I get to the office,
Which coffee machine you are using it at home?
Ranchilio Sylvia Pro.
Oh,
Not the
Pro.
X, just the Pro.
Pro.
Yeah. But I do want an E61, like you've got behind you, like a Lilith
Yep.
or something like that. That would be good.
So which one are you looking at right now? Which E61 grid, E61 machine you are looking at?
Like a
Any
Bianca
other?
would be nice.
Okay, so you're looking at Bianca. You guys carry Bianca at your website?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, so that won't let you take home for a while?
Well, I think I've asked them once. I might just reach out again and just be like, hey. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have one behind me and I can use that as well. It's always, especially when you're tasting espresso and telling people you want obviously that dual boiler PID control over everything. Yeah.
I mean, I think, I mean, you should. Okay, I think you should definitely talk to the owners. Hey, you need one for the channel there.
Right.
Are you guys planning on carrying journals?
This was only an email I sent to my team like 2 or 3 days ago. I can't remember what came up on my how it came up again, but we would like to. But I think right now they're constantly sold out, and similar to why we weren't having Lugons for a while, and it was because we just simply couldn't get the product into our warehouse or enough of the product into our warehouse.
So it's all about the production, and you guys also carry the timer 078, 064, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if we've got them in the warehouse yet, but we plan to get them in as soon as possible. Yeah, but I imagine, again, we just probably can't get enough into Australia to be able to carry them constantly full time.
It seems like you guys get the last. I don't know why. Is that true?
That's been my experience. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like everybody getting one, but I don't know. It seems like you guys get the last there, but you are the only person I know owns a Comandante C60.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I think it's if you look at it, perhaps it's the electrical side of things. Mostly all of it's made for EU or American 120.
Yep.
And then the Australian plug 240 volt is usually the last to kind of get certified. I think there must be kind of like bottlenecks there. Whereas, usually like I got the Pico Presso really early. I've got the C60 really early. So there's a few things that come quicker, I suppose.
And that's right. I mean, just like on your name as well, alternative brewing, right? Alternate. Right. Obviously you got to get that first. Or the Pathfinder, or the Beltman. All the. You've been using Beltman much at home, or?
The Bellman?
Yeah.
I use it when I go away for sure. Like when I'm steaming milk for my partner when we like go camping or something. Yeah, it's always in our camping gear.
So, by the way, is there any equipment or grinder that you guys want to get it but could not get it yet? Is there such thing?
Yeah, the Akaya Orbit.
Oh, really?
We want to see it. We want to use it. I think it's only just landed in the country.
Just landed? No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Man, you know what?
The last.
Everybody's so excited about the Akaya Orbit. If anybody watching from Akaya team, okay, and everybody's so excited. I was this close to getting one.
Okay. Right?
Because I couldn't, because it sold out in about 30 seconds. All right, sold out in like 30. But now, Okay, right now, as of now, okay, I think you can get one pretty easily.
All
That's
right.
what I heard.
Is
Okay,
that with the ionizer? I don't know if it's like standard or.
we are talking about standard ones. Yeah,
Okay.
standard. And I don't know when's the next drop though. I
Right.
don't
Right.
know.
Right. Right.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I don't know when next drop. So far, they did a two or three drops, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what is their plan for Akaya Orbit. But with the ionizer, similar
Mhm.
concept as well. Looks really cool, but how practical they are, I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure. I mean, you spend $150 on ionizer or a couple drops of
RDT bottle.
water. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just get RDT powder for
Yeah.
next to nothing.
What do
So
you think about gravimetric grinders for home?
what do you mean?
Weighing out, yeah, grind by dose.
Oh, grind by it's you mean automatic ones?
Automatic, yeah, automatic weighing. So I guess you're keeping your hopper full, but it will weigh out the perfect dose.
Here's the thing about that. I mean, like for me, because I switch out coffee beans all the time.
Right.
I mean, I'm using about 5 different beans any given day. But at most, I mean, most of us out there, right? I mean, I'm talking about regular people
Mm-hmm.
at home.
Fill in, fill in the hopper. That's what I would
Exactly. Just fill
imagine.
the
Yeah.
hopper. I mean, like my wife, she only used one types of beans, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She got the 18-gram dose. She makes coffee by herself as well. My boys, same thing. Dark, medium to dark roast, chocolatey notes, done. I bet for them, it's so much easier to just boom, you're done. Yep, I think for 99% of people out there who are
Yeah.
by those, do you have something like that or what?
No, but you just made me think. I wonder if they can kind of like, you know what this is, right?
Oh yeah,
I wonder if they can turn this into like a hopper. So like you've got a shut off valve, and then you put your beans, because that's always the biggest thing, right? You put your beans into your hopper, and then they go and stale, like they've
yep,
got full access. But maybe there's a way you can turn a hopper into something like this, where at least 95% of the beans are
that's
being
right.
taken care of.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, that just came to me.
Why
I
don't you
don't know.
invent something?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the fellow Atmos grinder hopper. Yeah, that could
You,
be a
you know,
thing.
because I know Akaya does it, right? The Akaya has a bean counter. Okay,
Yeah,
Akaya Orion. You just counter for your 18 gram or 20 gram.
yeah.
And actually, the Akaya Orbit, okay, Akaya Orbit is also. Hold on a second.
So yeah, Marco's just saying patent that quick. Yeah.
And anyway, so the Akaya Orbit was also calibrated with the Akaya Luna scale.
Yes.
They're
Right.
planning on coming up with weight by dose. So,
Perfect.
but who knows? Who knows when they're gonna come
When
up with?
that's available. Yeah. And
Yeah,
whether the app is going to be seamless, and they always have troubles with their apps. I'm not too sure why.
I know. I mean, that's
The
why
typical thing.
I mean, do you use Akaya scale at your studio?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I got one here,
Yep.
like right in arm's reach.
I mean,
Yeah, I do.
I'm telling you, Akaya makes amazing scale. Comes to,
Yeah.
I mean, like even especially coffee shops, water resistant, can't
Hmm.
beat it. I mean, I think that's the best purchase I ever had. Comes to scale wise.
Yeah, I agree. If there's any, when we it was almost half an hour ago, we spoke about like where can a customer best put their money, because there's so much stuff out there. If you haven't got a good set of scales, that's one of those first things you kind of want to go with.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay, so in speaking of that term, so which one you recommend? I know a few people watching right now. What you want to tell them to spend money on? Obviously, scale is one of them. I mean,
Yeah,
what else are you going to tell them to spend money on your coffee gear?
scales is a great start.
Okay.
Uh, Espresso wise, I would probably go with something like a VST basket after that. I think that's
VST.
one.
Okay.
Like when we're talking, well, sorry, not a VST, but a precision basket. I don't want to
Yep.
be brand specific. IMS, VST,
Yep.
even Versados are
Yep.
great, but something. So, like, if we're talking about where can I best spend my money to get the greatest percentage of increase in
Yep.
value of my coffee made, yeah, it would be it would be scales.
Yep.
Then it would be filter basket,
Filter basket. Okay.
WDT tool.
Okay.
If you've already got like a tamper that's just doing
Sure.
fine.
Yep.
And then I would just kind of like, you know, you can sit with those three things and see how they're going.
Sure.
And then perhaps it's probably something you don't really see an immediate difference in, but like water really is like the thing we kind of miss. It's like the thing we never think about.
Yes, but I mean the water is a tricky one, right? Because you only have a
Mm.
couple options for the water. You can add magnesium or baking soda. That's it. You know,
Right.
and you cannot put calcium in it because it's
No.
gonna.
No,
No,
please
definitely.
don't.
Yeah, you know, especially if you're using the boiler there. Unless if you're
Mhm.
using flare. If you're using flare, you can do whatever water you want from
True,
flare.
because you're not going to get any scale. Gotcha. Yeah.
Exactly, that's true. So if you have, that's one advantage of having the scale of having a flare.
Mhm.
But if you are using the extra some kind of boiler machine, so no calcium is out. So you have to play with the buffer, or you know,
Mhm.
obviously have some salt there. So again, but still better than regular filter water for sure. The
And
water.
it's not an easy uh, difference or change to make. Like you can add like a tool to your workflow quite easily, but
Yep,
preparing water for your coffee it does take a whole nother step of like
I know.
you're basically, you know, like you're basically roasting the coffee yourself in terms of like preparing a whole ingredient
Yep.
to make your coffee.
But do you ever review coffee roasters?
I've only done two in the past. I haven't done commercial ones. Two?
Okay.
I've done one. I've done
Okay.
the Cafe Logic, but I'm not a
Oh,
roaster. I don't have a deep knowledge of roasting,
yeah.
so I don't feel qualified enough to do that. Other than perhaps picking it up from a consumer's point,
Sure.
who may or may not have experience, and just
Yep.
kind of taking it from there.
And so, I mean, you guys carry roaster at your website as well?
Yeah, the usual ones you can kind of expect,
Okay.
which was the
Like
Cafe
Beemore,
Logic.
capitalize. Okay.
The We don't have the Beemore, I don't think. One sec. We've got the other one. Oh, geez.
Fresh roast.
No, I
Oh,
haven't even heard of that one. One sec. I thought I was going to bring that up quicker.
so people are just
Coffee
joining us.
roasting.
We are talking to Josh from Alternate Brewing, hanging out with
Hi
us.
everyone, how you doing?
Yeah.
Gene Cafe,
Oh, yes, Gene Cafe. Yep. Yep.
and we've also got the Hot Tops.
Yep. That's right. Hot
We
Top. Yep. Hot Top is also legit as well.
Those are our three.
Yeah. I mean, you have pretty nice ones too.
Yeah.
They're all nice.
Good.
They're really fantastic coffee roasters.
And the Nucleus link kind of, I guess, is in there with the Cafe Logic. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Man, you guys carry everything.
no, not everything. The Alio Bullet.
I know, but but comes to how big is your warehouse now? It's pretty big.
yeah. It's a decent size, but that's not where I'm not there situated at the warehouse,
Sure.
but yeah, it is decent size.
Wow. I mean, yeah, you guys carry a lot of brands. Goodness. I mean, that is pretty impressive.
I mean, it's no good that we'll have all these brands and all these products and not have anything in stock. So we always have pretty much everything in stock. That's our goal, right?
Oh, really? Anyway, so when you gonna drop your next video?
Next week. What did I do this week? I just finished. I did the Mocha Master grinder, the KM5. I don't know if it's going to be another grinder, but it'll be next week. It might be a comparison. I'm thinking maybe a brewer. Bioletta. I haven't done a couple of mocha pots, new mocha
Okay.
pots coming out. Yeah, might be a thing.
New mocha pots.
Yeah. Well, not new,
Okay.
but just different designs. And
Have
they
you
seem
ever
to go
done?
really well.
Have you ever done like Turkish coffee in your channel?
Yeah, I've done a Turkish coffee. I've done a Vietnamese coffee. Probably not very well, not sufficient enough to be considered culturally appropriate or something. I don't know. I just kind of did them in the way that I knew to do them. I've
Sure.
had a few comments being like, "That's not how you do it."
I know,
But,
I know. You know what? I mean, yeah, tell me about it. I mean, like if you're doing the mocha pot, yes, you have to do it properly. If not, you're gonna hear from a lot of
the
people.
Italians. Yeah.
By the way, if you're just joining us, we are talking to Josh from Alternate Brewing. And just make sure to check out his channel, okay? And
Thanks, Sue.
if you're in Australia, I bet you everybody knows who you are, though, aren't they? Alternate Brewing.
Yeah, it was nice. I went down to Melbourne last week,
Yeah.
and there was an expo, and I was actually stopped at the airport in Brisbane, waiting for the plane. Somebody had said a gentleman named Anthony was there, and he's like, "Oh, love your videos. Just want to let you know you helped me understand pour over or something like that," which was really cool. So I was stopped through the expo. I mean, regularly on the street, I'm not stopped, but certainly at a coffee expo, people are going to recognize me. Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want to do for the rest of your life, Josh, or as your
I
career
mean,
path?
I imagine coffee is going to be. Well, I just got a whole nother new tattoo.
Oh, really?
Like.
Oh, man. What's that right there? Hold on.
So it's 3 cups, kind of starting pouring in one, and then pouring
Okay.
into another, and then pouring down. So,
Man,
yeah, I'm
so
getting coffee tattoos.
you're all in on coffee. You're
Yeah,
all in.
yeah.
So I mean, how long you been at the Alternate Brewing? What, 4 5 years?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You've been there for a while. I mean, 4 to 5 years in one company. Current standard, that's a long time. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
you
But
know,
I can't imagine working for anybody else right now in terms of coffee in Australia. It's a
I mean,
fantastic company to work for. Yeah.
I mean, you guys are it, right? It comes to
Right.
coffee in Australia. You guys are it. So, have you done any kind of like coffee tour, visit other coffee shops, perhaps?
I
Mingle.
would love to do that. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
different style of video, obviously. And I guess probably one of my biggest issues is just not having a team. Like, I'm not used to. I don't think I'm the person to kind of have like a vlogging stick and be, the camera kind of vlogging like this. I'm not interested in that, or it's just not my style.
You know what? That's not easy. Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's not easy either.
no.
No.
You have to have a certain personality as well. You
Mhm.
know. If you're not into spontaneous, if you're the person that want to plan things, definitely going live or at the coffee shop is not the best way.
Yeah,
Hit and miss.
I'm possibly not entertaining enough to do such a
No,
thing.
no, no, no. It's not about entertainment, because people wants to know, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. There's no. You are entertaining to for the 99% of people out there. You make awesome videos, fantastic
Thanks,
videos.
man.
I
No,
mean,
I do want to jump into the Brisbane scene. So I'm from Brisbane, and but I moved away about 3 years ago. And since I've moved away, there's a whole bunch of new cafes that are opening up that are of real interest to me, where they're kind of pushing that design element and offering some really fantastic coffee. Owner Coffee
yeah.
from
Where's the
is one of
Ona
them.
coffee at?
Yeah, so they're based in Canberra. They've got Sydney
Yep.
restaurants and cafes. They've got Melbourne, but they're yet to hit Brisbane. However, it's coming like real soon in the next couple of months. So I'm super excited
So
that
so
I want to
you're
kind of get down there.
so you're nearby Brisbane.
3 hours away.
Oh wow, still 3 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, I moved away from Brisbane about 3 years ago, just pre-COVID, but not because of COVID. I was just
So
getting
is
out
there
there.
any great coffee shop nearby you?
Yeah, there's one or two, but it's they're very sparse. It's more of a I would call it a country town, so it's not. Yeah,
Oh
there's
man,
not a lot.
so 3 hours for even, man, I can see that. That is
Hmm.
unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I don't. I mean, my lifestyle would be very different if I was living in Brisbane. I think I would be hitting up a lot more coffee shops a lot more often. Yeah.
you know what? I'm here in Tucson, Arizona. Tucson is not a coffee town either.
Mm.
We have about maybe 2 coffee shops are specialty. Okay,
Right.
we got Presta Coffee and Savaya Coffee. The Presta is, they're special as get. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
they
That's
host,
cool.
they host, prelim for the Brewers Cup last year as well. So they are really into
Nice.
specialty coffee scene, but pretty much it. Okay, in Tucson, but Phoenix, Arizona, they got some, quite a few specialty coffee shop as well. But
How far
Arizona
away is
has
that from you?
about 2 hours.
Okay, cool.
2 hours.
Me in a similar situation. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like you. And but we have no coffee. Not a whole lot going on. Comes to coffee scene wise. No, it's not like we have I mean coffee companies nearby. Nothing like that. So it's not that exciting
Yeah.
as comes to coffee wise. But hey,
There's no. You can tell in Australia if the scene is big enough if there's like a Facebook page dedicated to the baristas of that city.
yep,
We got like Brisbane baristas, Sydney baristas, and Melbourne baristas
sure.
Facebook page.
I know there's a very very interesting. Anyway, Josh, we've been talking for
Yeah.
60 minutes. It's been fun. I mean, really looking forward to talking to you more as well. If you're just joining us, we've been talking to Josh from Alternate Brewing. Make sure to check out the Alternate Brewing
Yeah.
YouTube channel
Yeah.
and also Instagram and also Barista Daily. That is a lot of fun. Okay, a lot of great content there. Make sure to check it out as well. All right, thanks, buddy.
Unreal. Thanks, Soon. Take care.
See you next time. Bye bye.